Well, welcome back. This is the second video in the video series we are doing right now for React, building the chat application in React, and oh my, inconsistency. I just can't find the best times to make videos, and I'm really sorry if you are trying to follow the series, but I'll try and do both. I think we have almost 2 videos left, or maybe somewhere around there, and I'll try to do both today. So yeah, so we have these tutorials. So let me open the CMD here and then open VS Code, or just code over here. Yep, it got moved to the other screen. So restart to update. I don't want to update right now, so let me just increase the size, because so let us do this. So right, we just had this. Let us just npm start, because I think I'm even forgetting what I had done. So let me just npm start to see what we had done. Well, this is it. This is what we have as of now. So nothing really, but we know that we needed to build a chat application. Okay, I just hate this. So let me just open this. Okay, so let us go here, and I don't want to build, but we can build here. So div, let us just empty everything obviously will be enclosed inside a div, and I don't know if I should split this here. I think I can afford to split, because I think the size is not too bad, because I can even decide to collapse this. So what we had, this is another problem. Okay, hopefully, okay, let me just zoom. So okay, I realize that this is an image, but I mean we can just copy the design, because I think they show some colors, as you can see over here. They show some colors, but we don't care about that, because we can just come and grab the colors over here. But let us go back here. So we know that we have this thing, and it has 1, 2 divs, and I think the best we can do here is actually use something like grid, so that we can split the window into 1, somewhere 2, 3, 4 parts, and then this one will be taking 1, and this one will be taking 2 or 3, and then let us start by that. So let us go here, and with Tailwind that is something really easy. You just have to come here and say class name, and just say that this one is a grid. So that's simple. And then in this grid, what do you want? So it's grid, and then calls, and then calls, we want it to have 4 calls. Yep, that is it. And then now that we already figured out that we'll be having 2 div, we have one that is taking 1 call span, and another one that is taking 3 call span. Okay, I think I got suggestion from, yep, that is it. And then end it. I'm using Copilot, and sometimes I won't be typing a lot of things, so I got call span 1 and call span 2. So we can do one thing here. So we can actually make these take the height of screen. Yep, because I think the sidebar you see is taking the full size of screen. So to take the full height of screen, you just say h screen, and that is it. So for that we have that, and then let us create another div inside here, actually, just so as to let you guys see what actually I'm trying to do. Is we see also this div, the side I'm already starting to code actually this div. So we see it has this upper part. I think we can say that this is the upper part, and then this is the lower part. So we can divide it this way. This is the upper part for the logo, and then this one. So this logo actually I cannot seem to be able to find it. Or is it this? But I think this one is this one actually. So I think I cannot manage to get it. Is there icons? What is this vector actually? I would really love to see what that vector is. Why I cannot. Let us see. Preview. It's not these icons. I don't want that. So okay, let us just go back here. All we care about is actually just making sure that we can manage to create this. So we have this div and this. So let us create a upper div. So we can make this actually flex. So let us create this class. We can make this flex now, and then this flex we can divide twice. So, and then we can say that it's flex call. So if you say something is a flex call, that means that the content will be placed horizontally on top of each other, will be stacked. But if you say that it's by default it's flex row, so you see its direction is column, but so that means that things will be stacked on top of each other, but by default it's flex row. So we are going with flex call, and then we can say that this is another class name of maybe what? Yeah, I think we can go with this. Though I mean, these are a lot of ways that can be accomplished. So the first one actually has a div, so we can just say that this one first has a padding bottom of maybe 20, and then padding top of maybe I saw smaller size, and then padding of x of maybe 2. We will see how, and we can try adjusting those, but we can create h1 now, and you see it created that. And then we can say, what is it called? We can call it even, I can just recreate what was this thing called, it glare. Okay, so we can say here that it's glare, though I don't have the icon that is here, but we will try to find some stars and see if we can manage to get that icon. And you see we have this actually here, so let us try putting the color that this one has. This one we see that BG, so whenever you want to give a color, we can say that actually that could be somewhere around 200, but we are not so sure. But in Tailwind, when you want to use a color, a given color, I guess we can go with that slate actually. Go with slate 100. How does it look? I figured out good. Is that actually it's so close? We can go with that. That slate is actually not bad, and so we can say that this one is, instead of, I think 2 is a bit small. I think, yeah, we can, let me split this now since we've started working on it. This one here, so this is glare, and then that one, and let us now create the lower part of the div, so of this div. So we have another div. So you see the good thing, the color is already taken all the way to the bottom, so we can create again this one class name, and then how does it look? We have message, so if we will have any class, then we can say h maybe 2, and then we can say messages, and then this one I think we can say that it has, we can place this one in its own div actually, so that we have messages and this chat, search chat here, and then we can create another div here, and then this one will have input of type text, and then let us just end it, and then let us add some class name here. Okay, class name, let us make it rounded full, and then let us make it have a border, because I think by default it doesn't have a border, and then BG, let us make it transparent. Okay, transparent, so because you see actually the background here is the same as the one there, and then we can say that placeholder is search people or message, search people or message, and let us see what happens. We have something close here, so we just need to start styling it a bit. So let me collapse this, let me take it that way, and this one bit, that's it. Yeah, I think for this other part, I think that can work. Let me bring this one here. So we can say that the padding of y is actually 2. Yep, and then padding of x may be something around 4. Yup, so nice. I love it. Except I don't know, maybe the sizing actually. Yep. We have to make it class name width of full. Make sure that they all take width of full actually, and also the text should take width of full. Yep. I see now something better happened. Yep, I love it. Except now we wanted this one to have a maybe padding of x of maybe 5. Yeah, I love it. Was it 4? I think it should be the same idea. Padding of x of 5. Yeah, because I want all of these to have actually the same padding. And then this one, we realize that this one is class name, and let us give it text of 2xl. Yep, and then font semi bold. Yep, and then padding y of maybe 4, because you see actually I almost crammed everything that was happening here, so maybe you guys can see. So but I think that is it. So we can have that input search icon actually, not input. So let us first make these, because this one actually is this input and the div is inside here. So let us make this relative, because you see there is a search icon that is here and is happening is inside the chat box, or we can, yep, I think we can afford to do that. Yep. The thing is, guys, I've not done this, so you will be surprised by the mistake I could be making, but I wanted this to actually. So let us go to hero icon and get the icon actually. So hero icons and get the search. Oh, this one, copy svg. Okay, no, JSX actually, because we are using in React, and that is it. Format document, and this is it. So it's here. So let us first make this one, because let us make this one absolute, so that it's placed in no man's land. Yeah, so that you can try and adjust it. So let us place it in an absolute position, and then let us say that to the top it's maybe somewhere around, I think we should place it around 10. I think 10 should be somewhere. No, 10 is not actually working, so let me just bring this back here and this here. 10 is not working, so let us do 20. Okay, I think that is too big. 5, maybe somewhere around 4, maybe somewhere around 3, surprise 2. Okay, I think that one is close, and then let us make it to the left, maybe 10. Okay, surprising. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, I think that one should work. Except now let us say 3. That is big aligned. Yeah, that is better. And then let us give it text of slate to 200. No, slate 300. Yeah, I think that one is much better. Except now this one, the text input search, I think padding of x, let us actually, it's padding of right, let us make it 4, and then padding of left, let us make it big like 8, yeah, something like that. So you see the search box is here, and now you search from somewhere there. I think that we've achieved what they have done here. Even though it's not so perfect, I think the process is clear, because now, because if I was searching for messages that I sent, I could have searched that way, and I think that one works fine. So let us get this other part, and that one we can come actually, where is it? This div, and then messages. So I think we are inside these for combining the two, and then let us get another div here now, but now this one is for the charts. So these charts, actually, what just imagining, I would want when I hover this one, then I would be getting something that is a message. So this one is, we can create these to be individual elements that can be clicked. So let us just create a div, and I think we can go with div class call, even though this one, yeah, I think we can go with call because also they are on top of each other. And then, is it row? Yeah, I think it's row because also we have this other part and this other part. I think this one is really awesome. Yeah, and then let us see. So the first part we have image actually, so it's trying to suggest me something that I don't want, and then src, and then there's something I've been using to create, I can't remember, but I think we can just free avatars. Yeah, I think it's free avatars, get avatar, and we can get some real nice avatars over here. I don't know if you guys can see, but we can try. Let us just go random. Okay. Not really. I think I like this girl. So let us make the background transparent, and then let us grab this show image. So we can, they're telling us that we can just check this, and that is cool. I can actually just check this, and now that we have, this is really long. Okay, I think it's just asking actually alt, and then we can say that the alt is username. We know we will replace with username when we start creating and placing actual data, but for now we can go with that. So we have this avatar, and we know that we have another part. So we can actually make, I can actually make this to be inside a div. We can create a div, and then the image to be inside a div, and then give this one a class name of rounded full, and then we can say width of maybe 12. Yep, I think that looks nice. And then let us just give this one a padding of maybe around 6. Yeah, so that the chat messages basically starts from there. And I think this image maybe is too large, I don't know, but I think this one is a better size. And then since we have that image there, let us create the second part, which is div. And then how does this look? So we have actually 1, 2. So this one is class of flex, but now it's flex call again, because we have this and then this. Then let us come here, div, yeah, I think okay. This one has, you can say div again, because the top part is a div, and then we have another div. I think I'm getting, is it div? I think this one we can go with span for the lower part, which is latest message here. So latest message here, and then this other part has some 3 things. So we can say that this one is class of flex, just flex, because it's flex row, so we can afford to say just flex. And then we have this first part, which is class name, and then we can say that this is text semi bold, and then we can all these actually we can say text as sm, because I know this one should be really small, and then we can say some full name, because we'll replace with full name. And then we have another one, but now it's not actually semi-bold, this other part, but that one is at username. And then we have this part which is span, and then we can just say that this one is dec 15 because it's basically date. So let us see. So this one actually we can see that it has some nice spacing between this and this. So this one should be the last part. So this one actually we can afford to put them again inside one div. And then we can finally say, the reason I'm placing them inside div is because you see this one is like one part and then this one is another part. So we want to justify them between, okay, just say justify between. So justifying between puts enough space, equal space between these. Actually this is not what I want to justify between, not this, but rather this one. This one we can say that the space between these and these should be maybe 2. So space between full name and first name should be somewhere around 2. So full name, I don't know. Okay, I think we have some things to work around here. Full name and at username. So we can say that this one first should take full width. Just working around here, we should say that this one, let us see, flex row rounded, flex call. Okay, I see. Full name, where is the image? Flex row. So let me bg red 300 just to see. Bg red 300. It's taking full width actually. So that part is cool. And actually this one we can say also here, I think, because I see it's not placed, so we can say that justify between, is it? No, I think you can say item center actually. Yeah, item center, so that it's in the center. That seems to be good. Again here you can say items center and then full name, and then we can say here again space of x of 3. Yep, 3 is too large, maybe 2. So this is the space between this first part and this second part. And then last message. So this doesn't play so nice. I don't know why. I actually have not even tried. Not that I don't know why, but I think it's this one here. You can say with full actually. Item space of x actually. Space of x of 2 December 15. Let us give this one bg of red 300. Yep, December 15, though I wish would go. Did I? Flex Rome. I really wish this one could go here. I don't know why it's trying. Oh, it's children. That is the whole problem we have here. Ah, sorry guys. So this one is deck actually 5th. Better. I don't know why it had to give such a poor suggestion. I guess this one now it looks much better. Except full name should have class name of text, semi-bold. Font actually, not text. Font is what is semi-bold for full name. And we can say actually the text actually is not too small. We can afford to take that one, and then this one actually we can say that for this other part we can say that text is normal. Normal. Do we have normal? No, I think normal doesn't. I can say text MD, medium size. What of LG? Because normal is still small. Yeah, I think LG much better. Full name. Yeah, I think this one is even much better actually. Will name and username December 15, and then let us just make the items justify between. I think justify between is important, and item center should. I don't know why this 15 is going up. I think this text large actually is very bad idea. And I think this one actually works if it's bold, not username. What style am I missing out? I think maybe I went for the wrong size. Text. I think maybe I think we can afford to just use the normal sizing here. No, we cannot afford. That is what they just told us. Okay, I think guys we can go with this. It doesn't look that bad, but I wanted it to look better than this. But I think we can style this one now. So the all of these we can make it actually. Where is it? Space X. I don't know. So the all of these I want to say that on hover, and then we have BG of slate or of BG of white actually. I think doesn't, yeah, I think it's not so bad, except I want it to start from the start all the way to the end. So that means that padding of X, where was it? I'll be removing these and maybe placing them here. I'll be placing them for each actually. So for this one I'll just say class name, place it here. Wow, not actually there. I'll be placing it for these. So for messages that works. Also for these I'll be placing it, except now that messes up this. So maybe left. Actually it's just to the left of that. Maybe I should increase by 5. So maybe we can go with 7. Yep, and it's still good. So we can afford that, except this one again we want it to have a padding of X of that. Where was it where I was saying that on hover we should have on hover this one. So let us make it have a padding X of 5. And also we can actually, I think we should give it padding of, yeah, we should also give it padding of Y of maybe 2. Yeah, padding of Y of 2 or 1. Padding Y of, let us start with 2 and see how it works. Yeah, I think that is a good size. And then you can say that the cursor, how tailwind cursor. Oh, so cursor we can go with pointer. So in case you have anything actually you always want, then you can just, you see, it's that simple. You just come and refer, you get it. So this is it for this first navigation part. So let us now start, because this one is basically we just need to duplicate this for all the other charts, and we can make this maximum height also this to be the size of the screen, so that on overflow, let us actually work on that. So let us, so for that, for this part now, let us try duplicating these actually, maybe around 10 times. Copy time. So what we want actually is to have only this part scroll and not this other part. So to do that, and actually I don't know, should we scroll all this part or only this part? I think we can just scroll the whole of this window, just to keep the things simple. So where was I saying H screen? So we can actually say maximum height max height of screen, and then overflow auto. Yep, now you see we are now scrolling only this part of the div, because you don't want to scroll this part when you are looking for messages that are over here. So I think, yep, I think that one can work actually. Yeah, except you can also decide to actually split this, but I realized one thing. In here actually we have this other lower part, and I think we can do that. Let us create that. So we have this first part called span1 overflow flex call. So let us make this flex call to be justified between, so that we can actually get two equal ends. So this first part, no, this part, not this part. I think this one we can, I don't know, should we place these? I feel like we should place these, all this content in one part and then this one on its own, or we can place this to be in the same div as this lower part. I think we can place this to be in this the same as this lower part. So we can say width full, and we can say that this one is, what were you dealing with here? Drags? No. Okay, so let us say that here is flex. Yeah, we can say flex and then flex call actually. Hope it doesn't break anything that I've done. If it doesn't, then that is very nice. Now that we have these, and then we need this lower part, and then now we can just say div actually, and then I think it's sharing almost the same idea as this one, except instead of date we have this, and I think actually this one is divided into two parts. So yeah, let us just recreate this actually. So we have this lower part, and we can say that this one to be justified between, and then this lower part should be class name, and then it is also flex, but it's just normal flex because this first part is for the image, which you can borrow from here, and then collapse this and come back. Yeah, collapse this and come back here for the image part, and then this second part is also a div, but right now you realize that this one is actually this part and this part, so we can have the second part being all of these d. What? I think we can afford to just place this to the end, so we can just say that it's div, and then inside this div we have this row and this row, so we have class name of flex and then flex call, and then we have the first part is full name, which is span, and then just full name, and then we have the second part which is span, but it's just for the username. So the second part, this is just the username, and then this one is class, and then you can say flex, and then yeah, I think flex, just flex, and then we have this dot. I don't know, should it be menu? I'm not so sure. Dots, yep, this one, horizontal dots. Oh, JSX, and then let us just format the document and see what happens. So username, yeah, I think this we have actually, and then now just give this one the padding of x of 5, do all of these things. Okay, that one, but rather this one. Yep. And I think this one is actually a very bad idea, but I think we can manage to give it maybe BG of white. Though I feel that actually right now I start feeling that this one should have been the only thing that was scrolling, and then this one would be stick over here. Which we can afford by making, we still can afford that actually, but I don't have a lot of time to start. That is it. I should have prepared for this video, but I wanted it to be as raw as possible, and so I'm here struggling. I'm really sorry. Hope you are not getting bored. So full name, oof, whatever that is, and then this one, let us just make it justify between. This one justify between, and then width of full. Yep. And then items center. Yep, I think it looks better. I think that was what was happening. Yeah, you see it's not on top, but it's in the center. I think this looks better. Now let us give also this the space of 5, or space of x of maybe 2, maybe 4. Oh, placing it in the wrong place. Yep, but that is too, yeah, that looks better. So username, but now this one will be your account. I don't think though we'll ever have such many messages. Yeah, we will have obviously in real world, but that one can work for us for now. So let us go and start working on this other chat part. So for this chat part, actually I will just, I think I have something here. Chat in. We have some widgets. I just checked them. So we have this widget, which is real cool. We can steal the idea from here, because actually that other part is exactly somewhat like this. If you can check it out, you see it's almost exactly like this. So we can afford to steal. In fact, all the way from top is exactly like that. This part, I think we can afford to steal these tailwind components. I think, I don't know if it's open source or whatever, but I think since I'll be leaving this link in the description, but I think it's does tailwindcomponents.com/components/chat, which is really easy. So we can just take all of this source code, and then let us go to online HTML to JSX. I don't want to start working on converting, so we can use Magic React. We don't want to do this, but we want to just reduce the workload. So let us bring this to the other part now, which was not this, but rather I think it's this, not this, but here. So we want to bring this code over here. So let us see what happens when we just dump it here. Wow, done. That was easy, extremely easy. So we have our chat app. We can start working on, I don't know, what should we start working on, because I think I'm loving everything here actually. Maybe, I don't know, should it be able to read code? Is there as reading code? What is it? I don't think so. I don't think it's translating. Yeah, it's not translating. Okay, I think we can go with this. I know some features such as these did not exist here, but There are really nice features. If you want now to expand on this video, you can do that, but I think the core part is simple. So this is the good thing about using Tailwind. You can just afford to copy plain HTML with no CSS and wherever, and still work for you, which is really nice. So you see also this one is everything is sorted because we have this other part. I think actually we can implement the idea they implemented here also, so that we have this part being sticky and this part being sticky, and then only this chart part can be scrolled. I think we can have all these until here being sticky. And then yes, I think you guys can just take some ideas, but it's really, actually I could have done it, but I don't want to start messing up all the code that I did. I did not see the lower part before I did that. So I think we have the chart thing ready. So right in the next video we can start now implementing the Django, linking with the Django application. So let us first go and check GitHub if I still have the code. Maybe I'm thinking, yeah, so this is the code. We have the code here, so we can just try for now just clone this, actually clone. So in the next part we'll be configuring the React to use Apollo, and then we finally link our application and start receiving and sending charts over here. So what we want actually is, when I type message here, I could send. We could even decide to make this emoji thing work and also select these images. It all depends with the time I have. I could decide to do all these and then just push the code if I can manage to go and do it alone. Yeah, I think we can make this really work fine. And also in the next by the next video, I think I'll have configured this to work so that we have this upper part constant, and then this other part only can be scrolled, and also this one to be sticky here. I think it will be nice if we manage to do that. And also I will make this one smaller. I think actually the CSS we have here should be able to do that. I think we can copy. Yeah, I think we should copy this CSS actually. Yes, I think, yeah, you see this, I saw something like scroll bar here. So let us just copy this and take it to our CSS file, which is index.css. And okay, I know I should extend from comp, but for now let us just do that and see what happens. Awesome. You see this one is already small, so also I'll make this one small so that it looks nice. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you love it, don't forget to subscribe, and in the next video let us start doing the more interesting things. So goodbye and have a nice time.